guys, it's Taysgreenlife. It's with Tay, and I'm here with Cole from Virginia with Steve and Brock. Hi guys, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having us.
That's good. That's good. Who's gone cold? What is gone cold?
It's oh, well, I guess it's just me now. Oh, okay. There's Steve. Is I don't know, four guys that like wasted their 20s playing in bad metalcore bands. and then like kind of just coming together, like figured out a bunch of things that like we shouldn't have done, and now it's just kind of like the grown up mature process of being in your 30s and being a metalcore musician, I guess.
What do you think, Steve? What do you think?
That's pretty accurate, really.
So what do you guys do in the band? What do you do, Steve?
I yell.
It's a good interpretation. And like, what do you consider?
Steve's the best yeller out there.
He is. So far.
Old yeller.
Old yeller. Like who? What is Gone Cold? Like, what type of music do you think you guys make?
I guess I would say like the more more metalcore style. Like, I mean, we definitely do like breakdowns, and we have like I think some call out parts and some more like kind of, I don't know, like beat downy sections. But I guess I would say like overall it's more like melodic and metalcore, and obviously we do like the screaming vocals, and Kevin does the clean vocals and stuff. So yeah, I'd probably say metalcore. It's definitely not deathcore.
Melodic metalcore is what I would call it.
That sounds right. I've actually seen you guys live a couple times. It's pretty cool. So you guys another round like with Fight From Within like a while ago. And like,
oh shit, that was forever ago.
Yeah,
and like Canal Club, and I don't know which time, because I think you guys have been there a couple times. So but yeah, it's been pretty cool. I saw you, Brock, at Knock Loose. I'm chilling on a park bench because my friend got knocked out of the pit. Yeah. So that was pretty cool, because my friend was like, I'm gonna go throw down, and I was like, I don't think you should during Knock Loose. I was like, I think you should chill out here, and she didn't listen to me. And yeah, she was just like bloody because she got punched. And Brock just
every friend every friend group I have that have gone to that show, they had one friend that got beat up really bad, it seems.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna chill like right here. It's gonna be great, like back here, away from the wall of death and the people kicking. And like, I think that do you guys consider yourself a lot of kick ass in the pit type of music?
I don't know about that.
I'm always surprised. Like when it happens, I'm always like, oh sweet, because like, I mean, I definitely like we're a heavy band, like we have some parts and stuff, but I mean like there's some music out today that where it's just a constant circle pit and stuff. So anytime like the crowd gives us a circle pit or anything, like I'm always super appreciative, unless it's like the rowboat thing that people do. I don't know if you've ever seen that, like where a bunch of people sit down and like start doing the rowboat. I shame the.
It's so stupid. I've seen it. And I'm like,
I shame those.
I'm like, is it because you guys want to sit down? Are you tired? Like, or it's the people that wear like the mouth guards and they fight in the pit, and I'm like, why? the mouth guards.
I want to sit down
and watch people. There's going to be like 5 rowboat things at our next show now.
Speaking of your next show, when is that? Like, I don't you guys have a tour coming up and a couple other shows?
Friday.
Yeah, that's true. Yep. Friday we'll be in Chicago for night 1 with a 3-day run with Cold State, and we'll be hitting Chicago, and then Fort Wayne, and then we will be in Lakewood, Ohio, to finish the weekend.
That's pretty cool. Is this like a?
And then we'll also.
Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, it's okay. And then just right after that, we'll be at the Upstage Festival in Pennsylvania.
That's pretty cool. So this isn't like a first time tour, not a first time festival. This is like you guys are expanding more, going out more, but this isn't something new. Like you've done stuff like this before. Yeah.
A
Yeah,
couple of
definitely.
times.
Like yeah, we've got a few of these under our belt now, but also, I mean, we've all been doing music for a long time. Like I started playing shows and stuff when I was 15 years old, and so it's just this is like a nice, busy version of like all that, so it's good.
Yeah, Brock and I are both so old that we played at Jackson Empire.
It was like the coolest venue there.
Yeah, I think because Alley Cats and that's a big spot everybody used to go to, the Canal Club, when you could smoke cigarettes in there. That's why it always smells like incense now, because people used to smoke cigarettes there. I used to smoke cigarettes at the Canal Club. I went to my first show when I was like
I
13.
heard you can still smoke cigarettes in there if you're careful.
Yeah, if you're careful, you can. But like that's mostly where I was. Like another round used to have cigarettes too, which I'm glad they don't. I'm glad that that's getting out of the venues because that place stinks. And we should be a lot healthier. Like I don't feel like people should be smoking cigarettes like that. Maybe they're just smoking weed. Like that's 100% fine. But like yeah, that's when I used to
As
go
someone
out.
smoking a cigar right now, smoking inside does suck. I agree. Smoking inside totally blows.
I think it's
Yeah,
pretty cool. You got a cigar, just
you
chilling.
got cigar, Brock.
Yeah. You caught me at home.
So
You
I
see.
mean, have you also been drinking? Have both of you been drinking? I did a
No.
little. No. I know it's a Monday. What are we doing? Um, but yeah, like I think that Alley Cat's closing was sad because there's not a lot of local venues other than the Canal Club and another round. Maybe the Camel, maybe like the Broadberry and stuff like that. And I think
Man, if you think
building
there's none
that,
out there,
yeah. I mean, I don't
there's
know. I've
really
also
none out here.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. You guys are in the neck there.
Well, if you said you saw us at Canal Club, you might have seen us at our very first show ever because we've only been around for 3 years.
Yeah, so I think it was. I think it's when you guys first started. It was at another round with Fight from Within. I think it was Halloween. I think maybe it wasn't Halloween. I
Yeah,
don't know.
I remember that. But if you saw us at Canal Club, you might have seen
Yeah,
us at our first show ever.
that's
Yep.
cool. That's cool. I think you guys started like I don't know. I heard you guys were pretty big around then, like when you first started too. You guys pretty blew up. You guys are blowing up now with 50K. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, people have gotten really good, or we've gotten like really good reactions from people on our most recent single, and it was, I don't know, like it was really humbling for me for sure because we have several other songs out and we have like plenty of streams on those, like for my taste, but you know 50,000 in less than 30 days was like really cool, and notably like that was the first song that we ever released that was like totally independent because we used to release and we're still open to doing that, like nothing bad on them or anything, but we used to release on a different platform on YouTube just because they kind of have like a bigger audience, and we were just like a new band and all of that stuff. But with this video we decided to do it just completely on our own, and we're just like, oh, let's just upload our first YouTube video because we didn't even have a YouTube page, and just uploaded it, and just did the typical professional ads and stuff on it, and people just have had a really nice organic positive response, and I'm super thankful for it.
That's good. Yeah, I know you guys are going on these tours. You got a second EP coming out on September 19th. And then you guys are headlining a show. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we're stoked on that. I know Steve like really poured his like heart and soul out on like the lyrical content for EP number 2 and EP number 1 as well, of course, if that goes without saying. But uh, I don't know if we're allowed to say the title of the EP yet. I don't know. I'll leave that up to Steve because I don't think we've made an official announcement. But
I mean, I don't really care if you say it or not. I mean, you won't see the artwork yet, but
Yeah.
second EP is gonna be called "A Sign of Life."
And what does that mean? Like, what is the song gonna be about? Not giving away the song. We want people to listen to the song and go in to check out. But like, what do you interpret out of it?
Um, for me, I guess personally, I would interpret that as like, uh, I would say like even when things are incredibly bad in like my personal life and stuff, I always find a way to find a bright spot somewhere. And for me, that was kind of what A Sign of Life was getting at.
And that that comes out September 19th. Um, so I think that's gonna be good with the success you got from what is it? Was it Burn Alive? Is that what the name is? Yeah, Burn Me Alive. Ah, what do you interpret out of that one? Like, what does the
Yep.
song mean to you?
Uh, Am I going? You going? Who wants to talk
I
about
somebody talk.
Oh, you wrote the thing. You
Yeah,
you
yeah,
you wrote the fucker.
the front page.
it? So, I mean, I like to leave a lot of the lyrics up to interpretation from the person listening to it, but I guess for me, like Burn Me Alive is kind of like that feeling when some kind of internal struggle you're having is like completely overtaking you.
Verses in the chorus where I'm just like, man, that lyric was like so impactful, super clear and precise with his enunciation. So his lyrics are really audible, like even in a live setting, and it makes me feel something like every time we play this shit in front of people for sure. Like I think it's really really good stuff. They all did really good work on it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. And then you guys are got like 50K, like people starting to come after. It's probably gone up since the last time I looked, to be honest. Because that's exciting. But this isn't
Maybe.
your only song that got big, right? You got a couple other things, right?
Well, I mean, collectively, I mean, I think we like collective song wise. I think we broke in like the million stream milestone, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, I mean, I think we've gotten overall really positive responses to like all of our singles that we've released over the last few years, and the collections as a whole. Because usually we just do like we'll release like 3 singles, and then we'll release an EP, and the EP is just like those singles with 2 extra songs on it. And even like the songs that we didn't do any music video or advertisement or anything for, like people have good reactions to those ones as well. So I mean, me personally, like I'm just stoked if like one person out there really likes it. Like if we put a whole EP out that costs $12,000 and just got one response, and this person was like, "This EP was great." I'm happy, but we've gotten a lot of those,
That's good.
so
That's
I'm
good.
super
It's like,
super super happy,
yeah, and then
very thankful
tours,
for
you
sure.
got festivals coming up. You had the Chaos Fest, and again, Fight from Within popped up. I think that's pretty cool. Cool dudes. And like speaking about like seeing other bands out there and doing things with other bands, is there any other bands you want to do things with? Because I know you're doing something with Two Sides of Me, and that's pretty cool too. Because that band's pretty fire. Elijah's the best. Um,
Yeah,
but is there anybody else like you're excited to go tour with, who you would like to work with?
I think on like this level, we're getting to work with a lot of people that we've kind of already like had hopes for. Like we actually just got off a tour with Eli and them in his other band, Thin the Herd, and they were great. That tour went awesome. We had so much fun. I laughed the entire time, and we're definitely looking forward to doing it again with him and his other band at the end of August. But I really, I really would like to try to work with some bands that we probably can't afford to work with. Like I love everything that that Courtney and LaPlante and Spirit Box is doing, and I think I've written like 6 made up songs in my head that like feature Courtney LaPlante, and
She's the best. I love
on like she's so good. Her cleans are great. Her screams are super unique in a time where I feel like a lot of people just find the same sound the same. And yeah, I would love to work with her for sure. Like just putting that out there. If you're seeing this, Courtney LaPlante, we'd love to work
I'm
with you.
excited that she sees this. Honestly, like she's like one of my favorite, my top. Like I missed the last tour. I had to work. I mean, actually, I wasn't scheduled, and I was like, I need an extra shift, and I have nothing planned. And I go to work, and someone was like, Hey, I got an extra ticket, and I was like, I can't go. I got to go to work. But I want to see her more, and like I love her. I love her positivity and all the positive things she's doing for the scene, and like especially with Poppy popping out, and like it's exciting for these women right now. Like women are doing horror and metal, like and it's becoming mainstream. You think it's gotten a little bit easier since it is starting to become a little bit more mainstream for you guys?
With easier in
What's
what
becoming
sense?
easier?
Metal, metal is getting a little bit easier. It's becoming a little bit more mainstream with all the like I said, Courtney.
No.
No, it's yeah.
Yeah, fuck no.
If
If
we
anything, artists
were,
like Courtney LaPlante make it harder because they're so good.
I think Europe has a better scene for metal than we do, personally. Australia too.
You guys got to get out there. Just go out there. This is just go and throw down. That's what Heavy Hitter did. That's what fucking Brat did. Like they just got finished with that stuff. I think that's pretty cool and seeing all that. We need that more here. We need more people to really start paying attention because like someone the other day was like, "Oh, it's like the '90s again with like the metal and the alternative coming out." And I want to see more of that. And I think more people are getting into it because it's not like frowned upon. Um, but speaking of that, like you said, you want to do like Europe, Australia. Is that something that is in the works, or are you guys still trying to go out more west and hang out?
Well, I I think we all would love to like do some international shit, but I say the same thing to the people that come into our DMs like from the UK and other parts of the world. And they're like, when are you guys coming over here? We'd love to see you. I'd be the first one to buy a ticket, and I'm like super thankful and all that stuff. But the problem is that we are 100% unsigned. We are totally out here doing this on our own. We all work full-time jobs. I work 6 days a week. Steve does back-breaking labor for a fucking job. Kevin's working 5 days a week, and it's really like hard, and it's expensive to get all your stuff over there, much less yourselves. And
Yeah.
there's it gets even more complicated because you have to apply for work visas and all of these things because presumably you're going to be going there and making money, and apparently it's like sketchy to do that when you're coming from another country. Like there's all these tax things and all this red tape and stuff, but we'd love to do it. It's just we literally can't afford it, and even going out on these like domestic tours and stuff, like we're really only in a place where we can do it like 3 days at a time. You know what I mean? Because it's just everything is so expensive, and people
Yeah.
are awesome, and they come to our merch booth and they spend a whole bunch of money like buying our shirts and stuff like that. We're super thankful for it, but we try to keep things like fair priced and stuff, and all the money that we make just goes right back in to like promoting ourselves or buying gear or whatever we got to do. You know what I mean? So,
Is it
Yeah,
uh,
literally
if if anyone
everything
wants to
that
give
we
us a cool
make,
record deal,
everything we make from this band goes directly back into this band. We don't spend money on anything frivolous. It's literally all just funding this band.
yeah, it's true. But it's a labor of love. Like we love what we do, and you know, I love getting out in front of people and showing people what we got and stuff, and it's all worth it in the end. We've met so many cool, interesting people on the way that, you know, we're not complaining. We just wish that we made more money so we could go more places, you know.
Well, that's every single band that exists.
Literally, because I work a full-time job too. I wish I had more time to get in and make stuff and watch videos on how to do things. And so like I'm out here just figuring shit out on YouTube. But like I wish it was a little bit easier, especially how like the internet is right now. Information is right there. You could literally get followers on the internet easier than out there. And like it's kind of sad too because AI is cool, but yeah, you have to actually work out there, and it's hard, especially with how the country is.
Yep,
Sure, totally.
true.
And also to your point earlier, to your point earlier about shit, I forget what we were talking about.
Not like the internet, how
Oh, whether it was easier, whether it was easier to make it, whether it was easier to make it in metal, and I would say, I think there's good and bad because, like, in the, you know, today there's like, you know, hundreds of thousands of artists to choose from on the internet, like, and on Spotify. Like, there's millions of artists. 80s and 90s, there was like 20 metal bands to listen to. You know what I mean? Like, and like if you were as good as them, like you probably like got to get on that level or whatever. But like no, it's hard as fuck being a fucking metal musician today. It's there's no money in
And
it. To break it down for you, I think for every stream that we make on Spotify, we get like a 36th of a cent or something like that. I don't know.
rough.
It's hard. It's
It's
tough. It's rough. It's rough
it's
out
very
here.
because you guys are also have to be, you know, content creators too. You can't just chill, you know, unless you want someone.
Oh,
Like, you have to pay someone to be your content creator and make your stuff. You're not.
right, exactly. And like really the only type of content that we like to put out is just you know, us playing like a show or like a clip of a music video or something. Like we never wanted to be like comedians or like you know, hopping on TikTok trends or anything like that. We really just wanted to let the music speak for itself. So
Yeah, and people's I no offense, but like people's attention span's so small now because of how like 30-second clips work on like reels. People get bored fast, and so you have to
it's
constantly,
incredibly
yeah,
true.
literally, you have to be a little bit more exciting. You have
like
to like do stupid shit to get famous now, and it sucks. Like there's so many
I just say shut the fuck up and
podcasts,
play the guitar, you know.
and like you have to have
Who
money
cares
to.
about talent, Taylor? Who cares about that?
It's stupid. I fucking hate it.
Since
I'm
when does
like,
the talent
oh god. I
since
mean, literally, what is South
since
Park
when does the
just?
talent ever matter?
It doesn't. It's you know, it's still
Uh-huh.
sold to the government. You know, that's the only thing that matters now. Because like I was having a
Or worse,
conversation.
metalcore.
Yeah, metalcore gets a bad rep. It does. I see it all the time. I'm like, why is there pieces of shits in here? Yeah.
You know, it felt like the only place on in the world where you could kind of same shit that you were in. So like, yeah, I hate it when, you know, I see people out there like trying to fuck that up for other people, like whether they're just assholes or whether they're, you know, sadistic freaks and you know, got problems and all that shit. So like anybody that's trying to, you know, hurt other people or, you know, disturb anybody's peace can kindly fuck off for sure. Like, not welcome.
And I think like with like people now being like, this person's bad, we shouldn't have it, is kind of helping, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I don't know. Cause like it could be really good. Like it gives us a bad rep. Like gives metalcore a bad rep because every other day someone in the metalcore community is getting outed. Or they've done something really bad and it's all over the internet. And at the same time, the internet should be, you know, a professional place. You shouldn't be airing out your drama like that for everyone to see, especially if like people should be looking up to you. You know, you got to be respected and can't be an asshole at all. And the internet, you
Sure.
know, But in the same time, you have to be cold in this world too.
Yeah, definitely. You know, like I said before, like, you know, bad people should, you know, stay away and, you know, just keep to themselves and not bother other people with their bullshit. But also, like, you know, speaking of metalcore, like getting a bad rap, like besides, like, you know, people getting canceled every week and stuff like that. Let's talk about, like, you know, sometimes metalcore bands on every level just like don't care about what they're putting out, in my opinion. uh like musically, I'm talking about, like, sometimes I'll hear some stuff where I'm just like, this doesn't sound like professionally recorded, or like the
Yeah.
songwriting is really all over the place, and I can tell that they kind of just like recorded like 30-second parts and were like, oh, that sounds good, and then just put them all together. And like, you know, metalcore, unfortunately, I feel like attracts a lot of you know, people that aren't just trying to like do the best that they can every time, like releasing a song like it's like their last song, you know. And I wish people would, you know, care more. I love metalcore as a genre, as a whole, and like, you know, there's dozens of bands that I love on every level. But you know, there's stuff that comes out even from bands that I've loved for years, there I'm just like, what the fuck were you thinking? Like, you know, this doesn't make sense. This wasn't on brand at all.
I think all the what fucking was it? As I Day Lion, that guy, he keeps popping up. He just won't die. But every time he pops up and he's like, "I'm a changed man," someone goes, "No, you're not," and like posts his evidence of how he's a piece of shit. I'm like, bro, how are you still making music? How are you still doing tours? Who is funding this? And we need to stop them. Especially brand new right now is fucking touring. Like, that's crazy.
I haven't.
That's crazy.
I didn't hear about what's going on with Brand New. I'm not familiar.
All right, so Brand New is more like a little emo band, but the lead singer.
Oh, I know who Brand New is. I know who they are.
But they're on tour right now. He used to talk to 15-year-olds in group chats and do things with them, and he went to court and everything. And I think I don't know. Like I get people. Sometimes people are like, "Oh, I'm only here for the music. I don't care what the person's doing." Like, they're funding him to be able to make more music and to have a bigger audience. And it bothers me a little bit. And like, you should see the people in the comments. It's horrible. It's kind of funny too. I laugh at it, but at the same time, I'm like, oh my god. They're like, make sure his tour isn't anywhere near schools. And like, like. But yeah,
Well,
like the people who are funding that too should be allowed to fund that stuff.
if it matters, I always thought that they sucked. So
I like emo music. I'm a little emo kid. Metalcore is pretty cool, but I love my alkaline trio and, you know, shit like that. Like, I'm all about it. Like, I definitely used to wear like nail polish and guy liner and stuff when I was a kid. Yeah, I was actually just at Warped Tour
you know,
recently, and that was fun. Warped Tour.
Was it awesome?
Yeah. I loved it. I was watching the Long Beach. Well, I didn't really care about Long Beach because like it was the same bands in DC, but they did add a few other ones. But there was a lot more people. Like, DC was a little bit smaller. I feel like what they're trying to do is awesome, but they should do a bigger space. The Long Beach was too full. Like, I would not go to Long Beach. Because it like there was a lot of people. Like, I don't feel like you could move at all. There wasn't enough space for people to move. The stages were too close together. Some of the bands, like Asking Alexandria, did some bullshit on there too. Apparently they sucked really bad, and then they posted videos of it, and those videos sucked, so they deleted it and then added other videos instead. And the people in the comments are like, "Didn't you delete this? What is this?" And because he can't.
Well, aren't they a country band now?
Yeah.
I would just like to let the chat know, before you saw me with a cigar, and now you're gonna see me with a not cigar. Cheers.
You're outside. You're in Virginia. You know, like, I think it is legal. But yeah, no, the DC show was nice, except for the rain and the mud. That was the bad part. Like, it rained for like 4 hours, and I still hung out because I was like, fuck it, I'm already here, you know, like this is the Warped Tour experience. And with festivals like that, did you guys play at a big festival and it was like, I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure it was a bunch of them. Was it Blue Ridge? The
Upstage. I think Upstage is probably going to be the biggest festival we played so far, and that's coming up in the beginning of August in Pennsylvania. But I mean, we've gotten the opportunity to play some cool stages. Like we played at Howard Theater in DC, which was like, you know, a big stage that a lot of people showed up for. We got to open for Archers and Magnolia Park.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, I didn't go to that one.
That was a huge honor.
Yeah, that was great looking.
The place that we're playing at in it was really awesome. Super Pro. We love that place. We'd love to be back anytime. And then the place that we're playing at with Two Sides, like, yeah, it's great. So we've gotten the opportunity to do some cool stuff. I think in terms of festival wise, Upstage will probably be the quote biggest one that we've done so far.
That's good. That's really cool. And like I don't know. I was at Blue Ridge the last year, and that was great. I left when they started burning things down, so that was great. Yeah.
Steve was there. Steve was there, right? Weren't you there, Steve?
I was there, but I left a little early.
Yeah, I was there from Wednesday to Saturday. So
I got to see
right on.
Knock Loose and Sleep Token, then I pretty much left the next day.
Yeah, well, yeah, that was when I left too, because I was like, fuck. But like I was, because I didn't drink the whole time because I was struggling to survive as it is, and so I was just chilling. And then like one of my friends were like, we should leave. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get drunk because I haven't got drunk and participated with any of because we were camping. So I was like, I didn't get to hang out with nobody, do nothing fun. I mean, seeing the music was really good too, but like I traded like food and like traded things to get things because, you know, that's festival etiquette. And like I made a ton of friends, so I had a great time. I didn't care that it was pouring rain and everything was like going to shit. I didn't start having a problem until when they stopped bringing toilet paper. That was when it was too much. Yeah. I was like, I can't do this. But it was a good time other than that. And then it sucked that I feel like the stages should have been like been able to withstand the rain. I don't know. I also heard the staff walked out and Slipknot had to feed everybody, like, because they ran out of food and they didn't have nothing for the people to work the festival. And security was people were waiting like hours to get in. Like if you were not in the first day, you're not getting in.
I've heard a lot of bad stuff. I watched Tank the Tech's whole thing that he put out about it, which didn't sound very good either.
Yeah, a couple bands were like, fuck this place. And they still played. I mean, I had a great time. I loved it. I didn't care about shit like that. But at the same time, like when people started burning the old canopies, I was like, I can't do this anymore. I was like, I don't want to burn shit. What if they burn me? Like, they're pissed that fucking Blue Ridge is canceled, you know? It wasn't just people in Virginia. It was for people from other states, too. Like, bands, they were, like, talking mad shit about them, like, after the festival. They made YouTube videos about it, and I was like, damn, dude. And apparently he's working for other festivals, and I'm like, who gave that man a job? Literally. Who gave it? I'm still waiting for my fucking money.
Good luck.
You ain't never gonna see that money.
Nope, it's fucking $500, bro. Because I actually originally
it sucks.
Yeah, it does, and we don't want festivals like that to happen. Like, what is it? Every festival so far has flooded. Yeah. Even like the EDM festivals, they flooded and canceled, and Bonnaroo and fucking Ink got flooded, and that's just kind of crazy. Like, what do you think like bands should do in that situation?
Well, it's not that a band could do, but I think it's definitely on the promoters need to not spend all of the money when they get it from pre-ticket sales and ticket sales. And off chance that something happens and people aren't able to get the full or even half concert experience and are entitled to a refund. But that's ultimately the problem that we're seeing here, is that people, for one reason or another, spend all of the money beforehand before the show's over, and then they don't give people a refund. Bands, there's not really much that they can do. Like, I think that promoters like bank on the fact that bands love to play. Like, bands are filled with musicians that just love to do what they do, so they're always going to show up and do the thing. But you can't control the weather, and when people don't have a good concert experience, they're entitled to a refund, and it just sucks when people don't get their money back.
And I think it was like eye-opening, because I've never, like, I didn't really go to metal festivals before. I was all like into the EDM and smaller stuff, so this was like a big thing to me. Like, I brought like mics and a camera, and like I had a GoPro, and that fucking day it wasn't supposed to rain at all. Like, I looked at the weather, so I brought out my good camera, and it poured, and there was tornado wind and tree branches falling everywhere and people running and canopies flying everywhere. And I was like, this is horrible, because there was no storm, so why would people like hammer their shit down? Like, it came out of nowhere. I feel like that's kind of weird too, because like fucking Burning Man flooded and people were stuck there for like weeks in the mud because it just kept raining, and like the army had to come get them. Like, that's just crazy. Just for the show experience, right? But that's crazy, yeah.
Super crazy.
Was there anything you guys want to go over? Anything we got coming? We did go over a new song. We went over a tour. What about some music influences? Like, what do you guys think? Like, taught you, not really taught you, but gave you into the way and paved the way to some of your music?
You want to go first?
No, because I'll talk about it till the rest of the time if I fucking go first.
Let's see. Probably in like middle school era, I was into stuff like I don't know, like Alien Ant Farm, like Linkin Park, Korn, Slipknot. And I feel like I kind of just kept trying to find the next heaviest thing. That's kind of how the progression went for me. I spent a lot of time listening to like death metal, slam, black metal, brutal death metal, tech death, all that stuff. I played in bands like that too early on. And I always liked like metalcore stuff. Like, when I heard the end of Heartache when I was in like high school, that was like that's the kind of thing that I want to do. But I never was able to find like exactly the like-minded people for that.
But I mean, you're in a band now. You got that, right? You guys, I say you guys work good together, right? Do you think there's any
it took till I was like 32 or 33.
Yeah, it'd be a lot cooler if this was like 10 years ago or something. Like, it's
But like 10 years
more
ago,
energy.
Nobody cared about shit like that. Like, I mean, Warped Tour, yeah. I actually went to my first show when I was like 14. It was like at the Canal Club, and like it was In Fear and Faith, and I was with like a bunch of younger, like older people. And that's pretty cool. And then now I'm like an adult, and I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go to sleep. Like, I just kind of want to watch that shit on my phone at this point. Because after the last fest I went to, yeah.
It sucks how real life just like robs us of the things that we want to do. I fucking hate it. We'd probably do so much more if like things didn't cost money, and like we did need to work so we could make money to make things happen and all that shit.
And then, like, you have to fucking eat now. You have to eat, make sure you're hydrated, and like can't fuck around because then the next day you're like, I feel like I'm gonna die.
As far as any influences that I would like to talk about, actually, you said like your first show was at Canal Club. Like, Canal Club's a pretty like famous place, like pretty historic place. Mine wasn't at a historic place, but it was at Jiffy Lube Live, then Nissan Pavilion, but like a historic thing. I think it was the 2004 Ozfest, and that was my first metal show. Actually, it might have been 2005 now that I think about it. And there were like
That's cool.
there were so many bands that
I was there.
oh, sweet. Fuck yeah. Yeah. There were so many bands just like in their prime and just kicking ass and he was like old back then, you know what I mean? And like he was so much, I don't know, just like darker and creepier than like any of the other metal bands like trying too hard like on the same day, you know what I mean? And that day forward, like I was like, I think I played like a little guitar at the time, but I was like hooked from like that day forward. It was like, oh my god, I like took a huge deep dive. Um, got into like Pantera and like 80, and then like from there like 80s thrash metal. And then I still love that stuff. Honestly, like I listen to
Me too.
classic music all the time, and honestly, since Ozzy's died, I think like I've just listened to Ozzy and Black Sabbath every single day since then.
I've listened to a lot of that too.
Yeah,
And
that's been my playlist too.
yeah,
Rest in
we
peace.
yeah for sure. Me, Steve and Josh for sure are all like huge Sabbath fans, and I definitely think that they created metal, and I know metal has like evolved so much from what Black Sabbath was doing in 1970, but like I don't know, I feel like it'd be like a butterfly effect type of thing if they never existed, right? Like if Sabbath was never a thing, like would metal be the way that it is today? And like I don't think it really sucks.
I don't think so, to be honest, because like that back then it wasn't just Black Sabbath either. You had like a ton of like bands that were into the dark things, and like it's always been something that's there, like, and without it, like there wouldn't be people like us, different, alternative, we wear all black and we like, I don't know, do what metal kids do. We still do it as adults, like especially if we go to festivals and shows. Like I think that's cool as shit, and I wish I went to that festival, but there ain't no way I would have been able to afford that festival, to be honest. But yeah, like seeing all that and other bands coming together to sing for him on his last day was pretty cool. I think that's something we should be talking about. Community, that's the most important thing in the metal community, and that's what we are. Like we're always together. And seeing that was pretty cool. And the saying that, do you think the scene needs a little bit? What do you think the scene needs, in your opinion?
The scene needs to go to more shows.
I like that. They do, and the local shows, not just the big bands. Like, yeah, you can spend $140 for like general admission, or you could just spend like $30 and you're chilling with the homies. Like, I think that's important. But also supporting other bands that come into our area as well that are local in theirs. That's cool too. We shouldn't be so cliquey.
Yeah. I think like both are good. Like I think it's awesome to go support your friends and bands that you like on a local level. I'm always of course thankful when people do it for me. I think there's also something to be said about seeing like a large production rock show, and people should never feel guilt out there seeing like going out and seeing music and taking it in and experiencing in like whatever way they choose. It doesn't even have to be metal for all I care. I think music just brings
It does.
the best out of people just in general, and people should have more music in their lives. Period. I think.
I also wish it wasn't so hard to get tickets and like have the price for tickets either. I think that's pretty crazy too. Because like even like if you try to subscribe to watch videos live, you still have to pay for it. Like there isn't nothing, like everything's always a subscription now and everything's a form of payment. And I think it's kind of annoying. Like everyone I don't know. Maybe like, I mean, I get the prices, like, cause you know, it's a big band, but like, and you got people to like, who are putting together the show. That's important too. You have like the back people, like the influencers, the photographers, the light crew, sound crew, all of them. Like they deserve money too. But if tickets were like more affordable, I believe it'd be beneficial too. More people would come out. There'd be more often shows instead of paying $145 for like, not even like I looked at the sleep token tickets when they were there before they sold out, and the prices were horrible. It
Yeah,
was
that's
bad.
sort of crazy.
I was waiting in queue for like 5,000 people were ahead of me, and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I even got the pre-sale code. I don't believe they should have given everybody a pre-sale code. I think they should have limited it a little bit because I believe everyone bought the tickets the day of with pre-sale. And then you have like 5,000 people that are trying to get seats, and like you could like click on a seat, but if you're not already in the form of payment, you're not getting the seat. Like they were not holding seats. They were like, it was like that really bad. And I was like, this is horrible. And like, I get, cause you have to, you know, for scrappers, I get that. But like the other apps that buy tickets to help in a way, they help people like afford them. Cause that's just insane.
Who's really in charge of the ticket price though? Like, because don't basically, especially if you see like a Live Nation event or something like that, you know, they buy all the tickets in the place and then sell it for whatever they want. And like that shouldn't be allowed. You know what I mean? That should just be fucking illegal.
It should
Yeah.
be, because it's like the same thing with downloading people's videos, copyright, you know, LimeWire, fucking Metallica shit that happened when we were like younger. Metallica was like, "Why are you stealing our videos, bro?" And fucking South Park made an episode out of it. Like, this shit's crazy.
Well, they were stealing the music, and
Yep.
you know, I mean, there's something. I mean, it sucks that Lars Ulrich from Metallica was like the spokesperson of it because he's like already made his millions and all of that stuff, and he's sitting there like, oh, you know, like Metallica's not making as much money because people are downloading it illegally instead of, you know, buying the record or whatever. And it kind of sucks that he was the one to say that,
Yeah.
but it does kind of have a point though, because like I mentioned before, like, you know, a Spotify stream is like a 30th or 36th or something of a cent. It's like really nothing. And you know, musicians were able to, you know, do music full time and things like that because they had a record company that, you know, gave them the money to record a record, and then they distributed the record, and they sold the record for X amount of dollars, and out of those dollars the band got X amount of dollars, and like it funded, you know, the international travel and basically everything that you need to do in order to do all these, like, hit all these areas that people want to see you at. But that's just not the case anymore. Like, you basically, if you're not already I feel like if you're not already established and you don't tour all the time, it's really, really hard to make money in this industry. So I don't know. You just put stuff out and hope people likes your music, I guess.
I think that's good too. Like, you got to have like a little bit of confidence too, because some people might just not like your music and they'll make really bad comments on your shit too, because that's what the internet is. Just people trolling and shit talking, and I mean, it's cool, but then at the end of the day, like, I'm like, bro, just shut up.
We
get it often.
Do I do. I have a lot of men get on my shit. They either say I'm really attractive or my shit is trash. But I'm like,
we have a list,
bro.
we have like a list of creative things that people have said to talk shit about us online. Like someone called us Gone Slop one time. My personal favorite is Dollar Store Wage War.
That's still my favorite too.
You kind of look like him a little bit though, like just a little bit. Same with the I Prevail. You look like, what is it? Because they keep their dude out too.
Everybody be getting kicked out.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah, like people on the internet just be mean. Someone called us like false metal one time in a comment section, and I was like, I don't even know what that means. And like, I'm not mentioning any names, and I'm not going to say anything, but I am going to say that like I did a little digging on some people that like comment this stuff, and some of these people play in bands, and like their bands have like 32 Facebook followers, and like they have songs on
And their
Spotify,
profile
but like
pictures are, like up here, and they're not even looking at the camera, and it's some weird guy, and like, dude, why are you even on my shit? How'd you even find my shit?
My whole thing with that is when I
and it's
find
just
a
like
band, like if I hear a band and I don't really like their music, I don't take the time to go and comment on their stuff and tell them that they suck. I just keep going.
yeah, exactly that too.
you gotta tell these
Yeah,
fans, like I
totally.
comment on stuff and I'm like, hell yeah, that's awesome. I'm like, hell yeah. And like, this is hot. Like, I love this shit. Like, I think positivity goes a long way, and some people are just hateful and mean. And
That's
I'm
the
just
internet.
like, yeah, I'm like, take that shit elsewhere though. But at the same time, you gotta have hard skin to be on the internet, because it's out there. Everything's out there.
So like as a human being, sometimes I see some shit on the internet, and I'm like, man, I want to say some like really aggressive, ignorant shit about this right now. But like, I just find something else better to do.
Yeah.
Like if you don't have something else better to do, but just sit there and talk shit, like I mean that's a you decision. Like
Yeah.
we all have choices.
Sometimes I'm just like, now I even support people that I know like are saying things about me, because I don't even care anymore. Like, I'm gonna be positive, I'm gonna do what I'm doing, and people are gonna like me, and if they don't, then they don't. Like, there's nothing that I can do about it. People are already made up, and like, they don't care enough, or they care too much, and you're not like fighting back, you're not arguing back, you're just out here being positive, and they're upset and jealous. Like you said, other bands are just jealous that you're doing what they want to do. Like, you can do that, they can do that if they work really hard.
Well, I don't know if it's jealousy or like, and I definitely don't think that we're like better than anyone on anything or whatever. But like, it's like, why take the time and like they're just like, you're really just taking the time to just be like, oh, this is like, I hate this, like this sucks, and I'm
It's
like
rage.
why
It's rage baiting.
And trolling, yeah.
and I guess like at the bare minimum, they just don't like the music. They just at least bare minimum, they just don't like the music
Yeah.
that Gone Cold is doing. So it's like, okay, cool, that's fine, move on. I see bands in my feed all the time, and I'm like, oh, that sucks. And people just really, like I said before, have nothing else better to do, and it doesn't bother me one bit. I've been doing this shit for a long time. I'm like, how old am I? I think I'm 32. Yeah, I'm almost. I'm almost.
Maybe 32.
I'm
I think
almost 30.
35.
I'm almost 33 somehow, and I've been doing this shit since I was like 15 or 16, and people have been talking shit in some way or another.
But I'm over here like, I love you. You can talk shit about me. I don't give a fuck.
No, we love you. We love you too.
Yeah.
You're one of the good ones. We always are like, oh yeah, she puts out like good stuff, and
I
it's
try.
cool. It's cool what you do here.
It's all a learning thing, and like, I'm a lot different than season 1, because season 1 I had help. Season 3 and 4, it's just been me, and I've had to learn how to do everything. Like, I wanted to just be an interviewer. I didn't want this. I had like a whole different business at the time when I first started, and then I was like, I like metal. I like talking to people. Like, so easy. But I believe that there are other good podcasters out there and other people doing well too. Just because we're doing the same thing doesn't mean I hate you. Like, and that's all I want to do is, create a community and positivity. And you guys are part of my community. Even though you're Nova, you're still part of my community. You're Virginia, and you're getting Virginia out, noticed. And I think that's cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. I appreciate that definitely. Every night, we mention that we are from Virginia. Every night we play that, I should say. We let them know where we're from. And my favorite thing is like like people from like Canada or something will be like, oh, they're from VA because they read it on the internet, and they're like, I don't
Yeah.
know where that
I don't
is, but
know
sounds
what
cool.
that is. Yeah. I've had somebody from South Africa doing like metal hitting me up, and I was like, how'd you even find my shit? Like, how did my stuff get all the way out there? Or like London, I had a band from London I talked to, and like it's crazy how easy the internet is and how fun it is and how it's so easily available. Like I can just type into my search bar and you pop up like that. And like back then you used to have to like wait till they came into your area or hear them on the radio. So having the internet is pretty easy. And saying that, the interview is about to end. I've enjoyed talking to you guys. Anything you want to go over before we get out of here? Where should we find you? Where should we follow you?
We're available everywhere. You can see it. You can see us if you're in the Chicago or Fort Wayne or Lakewood area. You can catch us this weekend. And then if you're Virginia based, we'll be headlining at Jam and Java in Vienna, Virginia, a day after our EP comes out on September 20th.
That's cool. That's cool. It's great talking with you guys. It's been Taysgreenlife, Taylor, and we got Steve and Brock from Gone Cold, and they're from Virginia. And make sure you guys check out their EPs, follow, like, subscribe. Also, my shit, like you see at the corner there, it says like and subscribe. Please do. I also have a playlist you guys can listen to. You just gotta follow the link outside of my YouTube channel and subscribe and like Gone Cold as well because they have an EP coming out in September. So that's cool. It's been fun hanging out with you guys, and I hope everyone else follows and likes you guys too.
Thank you for having us.
I appreciate